Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play War for the Overworld, where we are indeed well off. Well, doing well at least. I don't have enough space for that. There's a bit of dead space over here. I suppose I can add another library in there. Let's see, I could use a few more gnarlings. If I build it here, it might be enough. When you're building additions to rooms that are straight on, it's much more easier to gauge whether or not it will successfully create one of these props, which is more important for the room size. But yes, diagonally building like this does work. And in the meantime, let's figure out where the best place is to build more traps. No, actually, let's get that out of the way. And another library over there. And of course on this side we'll also need to figure out where to build traps. They'll be smashing through here.
This evil presence shall not stand up to my might. Rally straight forth to assault them, men!
How terribly kind of the nitwit to announce his attack. Prepare to defend the center line, Underlord.
Well, that side is already being defended, so no need to worry too much about that. I am overbuilding the defenses a little bit. But that's fine.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
Now I just want to make sure that I have got things under control. And I think the best place is probably over here.
Defense constructed.
Now, at the present, my rooms can only store 3 sins, so that's why my cultists are researching for more.
Give me a minute. I shall prepare a new plan of attack to thwart this devil.
Defense constructed.
I've got another artifact. Sweet. Right, some more bombards, please.
Bombard complete.
I've got it! We shall attack from the north and the center simultaneously. That should bamboozle this unholy menace.
Oh no, whatever will I do?
For the rats to clean.
You caught me so unprepared. How shall I ever defend against this Lord of Feland?
Complete. You've identified an artifact of experience.
Well, do I have? Yeah, I pretty much have as many minions as I get.
Have been blessed with experience.
Now, most of the enemy minions will not cause much of a problem for my traps, with the exception of one.
Blade lotus is under attack.
And that will be the Huntress, which is really the only one that has a very deadly ranged attack that can pretty much outrange any of my things, and they delight in destroying all my blade loti. which is annoying. I have not really found much of an easy way to deal with them at this level. Though fortunately their army should not count that many huntresses.
Scepter! They've all been bested? Okay, hold on, I'm thinking. Why won't you please?
Well, and while you think, we'll continue to plod on. My minions happily bashing their brains against my defensive works. Let's see, we have some defense parts, but
they'll certainly not expect this trick. Assault the center and the south. They'll never see us coming.
This blubbering dunce could have used a few firm lashes as a child.
I agree. Let's see, he's sending a couple of diggers. Ooh, a huntress. That definitely was a huntress. Could be a problem. Then again, I have claimed all this area, so I can just thunderbolt anyone who is foolish enough to not step into range of my traps. Which I almost certainly do.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
The priestess over here does also have a ranged attack, but it barely does any damage to traps.
By the light! Have none of you had any training at all?
Well, they were only level 2s. So no, not really. Now, there's not much else I can do at the moment, since I have to wait for his attacks. And it's not really useful to attack him while his attack is coming in, because you'll just get double teamed by these defenses over here.
Build
these
a larger
heroes.
vault, Underlord.
Swiftly, troops! Attack all three sides and we'll surely overwhelm them with our might. It's inconceivable that they'll survive this assault.
You keep using that word. I don't think you know what that means.
Years.
Alright, a couple of miners, a couple of Templar, huntresses, priestesses, and some juggernauts. Could be a problem.
Wait! I forgot to tell you something! Retreat!
You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Your blade lotus is under attack. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell.
Yeah, that's really my only hope, is that the Huntress will get foolish enough to try and go into melee range, at which point my traps will easily handle her, but yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
Let's hope your vault is brimming, Underlord. It is payday.
Well, it's overflowing. Later on you'll get traps that mitigate that somewhat, but Huntresses will always be a problem in that regard.
What a marvelous meat grinder you've constructed, Underlord.
Well, thank you. Now, there's at least one more wave coming in. So for the moment, my minions will just collect that pay and keep training.
From all sides, swiftly, whilst the minions of Evil recover.
This assault may actually test your abilities, Underlord. Do try and learn something.
Oh, sure, sure. there's some huntresses in there. Right, let's double up the firepower of my bombards. Bombards will recover if they're not being destroyed.
Your blade lotus is under attack. Insufficient mana.
Come on, give me mana. Alright, I think... Yeah, that side is almost clear. That side is clear.
Your blade lotus is under attack. You cannot store more gold.
Stop distracting the heroes. They need to die.
Those loyal to the Empire, come to me. I will tell you the tale they will sing of us when we have finished here. They'll sing of our bravery and those who have fallen. They will regale the noble way in which we fought and won. They will proudly shout my name, Lord Otheland, Savior of the Empire. Now if you are with me, cheer with me.
Make sure you keep your dungeons secure, Underlord.
You there, lead the charge from the north. And you, yes, lead the southern assault. We shall attack in two ways. I will lead the second from the rear, so I may issue orders more easily. Charge!
Alright, looks like all my bombards have recovered from the last attack. And this should not be too difficult. Hopefully. Just keep an eye out for all the for all the huntresses.
Assist your comrades.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
Right, blade load are still up. Oh, priest, huntress. And this is making it difficult to target.
You are out of mana. You are out of mana. Your blade lotus is under attack.
Did I do it?
Nope. Right, I think it's
Now
time.
that he's sent his entire army to their death, you should have no trouble killing him and destroying his inhibitor. Rally your minions forth to silence this insipid lord.
Well, let's go and do that.
Your defenses will gradually repair themselves over time. But to speed things up, drop defense parts onto them, which are constructed in the foundry.
Yeah, at the moment we have not that many in the foundry. Oh no, actually we have a stack of them here then, I think. Well, we have enough. But my workers can handle that. And now that my minions have actually leveled up enough, they should be able to handle all these defenses quite easily. let's make a beachhead. Yeah, doing this for the timed achievement is quite a chore. Having to overcome this whole bit and the defenses up here in time before that the final attack happens, because otherwise you will not have to have it done on time. Especially since you cannot claim this brightish area. That's consecrated ground, I think. Sacred ground. Cannot be claimed. Let's just destroy all the doors. Purpose for that being that there will always be a path available for my minions to retreat back to their lairs or their food source, whatever they need. It's not like the enemy can actually rebuild these doors. A few more ballistas to take care of. And a few more stray heroes. Well, my gnawlings are now tough enough to be able to handle pretty much anything. And with the cultist keeping my minions alive, shouldn't need to heal them all that much. Of course, I can't really feed my minions over here, so let's go and deal with the enemy. There's no need for me to attack any of the side rooms, because I can't claim this area. And there's nothing in there, well, aside from maybe some gold over here and here. But let's focus on it now. Lord of Phelan is actually level 5, and quite tough. I think he's got the toughest armor of the entire game.
Gotta catch them all. Disease is no joke, Underlord. Stop smiling.
And Lord of Phelan is also quite tough, strong in that regard. You can see we can barely hit him. So once we've dealt with his guards, we should deal with him quite quickly. But chipping down his armor takes forever. Even with all my minions pounding him as hard as they are. I do like it on occasion my minions will just saunter over to the inhibitor, throw a spear and then jump back into the fight. But Lord of Phelan needs to die first. The inhibitor is not going anywhere. Let's make all my minions happy.
Your units have been made happy.
It will make them fight a little bit more effectively, I think. Come on, hurt him.
Silence has never sounded quite so sweet.
Right, and now let's take care of the inhibitor.
Your minions, Underlord, for all their hard work. Superbly executed. Before we move on, I must warn you, the next inhibitor comes with an unpleasant surprise. Fine work, Underlord. Now that O'Thelan and his cronies are a dehydrated paste, let's move on with our assault and destroy the final inhibitor.
And we will certainly do that next time. Thank you for watching.